2, The Great Battles of the American Civil War with Dead of Winter from GMT Games. With me is Patrick Mullen. How's it going, Pat?
It is going swimmingly.
So after realizing between sessions that we had hosed up the advanced rules, the advance orders, we did take back some damage that was done to this 17th Tennessee down here. We probably messed up some other ones as well by firing and moving, because it does say elsewhere in the rules that there's this penalty for artillery to fire if they have moved, but taken along with the advance orders, that does mean that they can only do that if they are in attack orders rather than in advance orders. So
I think that's what started the spillover.
Yeah, I think so.
So other than that, I think we're just in the middle of the activation phase for the 1500.
Yeah, we are. We've got a dozen or so activation markers left in the cup for turn 4.
Right. So I guess I'll pull. And I'll flip.
Breckenridge.
And it is Breckenridge. And Breckenridge, I believe, was entirely under march orders.
He's positioned as such, so I assume you're right.
Yeah, and I'm assuming I'm correct. So that is that.
I'll pull another one. Next one is also Breckenridge.
All right, well, here, let me stack these up. Okay. And I will pull one. Here, it's Union.
Woo.
It is Palmer.
All right, so Palmer's up here. Let's see where Palmer's going. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Guess I'll get a tweet out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, that's good.
All right, Palmer's good.
Give me a sec. I'm just about to get us a tweet. Doing the link. Boom. Boom. You can go ahead and pull it. Boom.
Cleburne.
I think Cleburne's gone twice. In fact, I'm pretty damn sure Cleburne's gone twice. So I don't think, because he was my first chit. Let me look there.
Yep.
And I don't want to go. That's the third one, right?
Yeah.
I can't make it bigger. So I don't want any fatigue. I'm good with Cleburne.
Okay.
So here we go.
Random
event.
I'll roll a d10.
You do.
No random event. Let's throw that over here.
You may pull.
McCown.
I think McCown has gone twice. It's getting so big that I can't spread it out enough.
Yeah, I know. I got to expand the window to see everything.
McCown. This is McCown second. Interesting. Let's see what McCown is doing. I think McCown might not have marched.
Looks like based on his facing, it looks like he is not in march mode.
No, so McCown has moved once. So he is going to continue to advance. And I think... How much artillery can you... combined combat factors can you squeeze into a hex there, Gary?
Let's just double check the stacking rules on that. 2 batteries.
2 batteries and then no infantry?
I think that's correct, but I want to make sure I'm not conflating that with any of the other 27 Civil War games we've played.
Yeah.
No, I think it's 2 batteries.
Okay.
Plus 15 infantry.
Oh, all right. So then we will indeed...
Oh, whoa, hold on a second. Let me check something else. If not... Okay, so under advance... That's under march orders. Under advance or attack orders, if not stacked with infantry or cavalry, you could stack up to 2 artillery batteries per hex.
Okay, so if there's infantry, only 1 is what we're talking about here, correct?
1 battery or 6 strength points.
Okay.
With infantry.
Okay.
Or cavalry, but that should come up a lot less.
So then we'll just go there. It's the only...
And in March you cannot stack artillery.
In March, right? Yeah.
In March, you could stack up to 12 factors or 2 batteries, but you can't stack it with infantry or cavalry in March.
All right, so that's that. And then he's the outlier, and these guys were just going to move.
It might help on the draw pool card, where we're kind of stacking the pull deficiency activation markers off, to actually stack them in 2 stacks. 1 stack is just the normal stack, and then a second stack if you have passed with that activation.
I will go you one further, sir. I plan to actually start stacking them by division.
You do that too, but that doesn't help you remember necessarily if we end up splitting a turn like we have every time, I think. Remember, right, if Breckenridge has been pulled 3 times, did he activate twice or did he activate once and pass once?
Yeah, I'll figure out some sort of methodology. There's got to be a way to handle all that, you know. 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, and then we're gonna go 2, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 5, 6. I feel like that must be these guys. I'm curious. I need to look at the... Do you have any more reinforcements coming in on that? What is it? 1041 entry hex?
Let me check the book on that. Yes, yes, potentially.
Okay. And that will be... I am done with McCown. All right. It's my...
Yeah, the whole right wing enters from there.
Okay.
Which does kind of make sense because it's the right wing.
Right. I don't... what I'm doing, it's the only time like the ergonomics have gotten in the way of play. I don't want to go any further up that direction because I think it's cheesy.
I agree.
There's no alternate rules for you to enter.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we'd have to come up with like some house rule, like maybe you came in on like 1025 or something.
Yeah.
But my instinct right now is to like kind of join the line on the other side of the stream, maybe not, but I'm not going to do it. So all right, so that's that. All right, I shall draw the next chip. It is blue. It is wood.
Finally.
How many times has wood
0.
gone? 0. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do this. And I'll figure out some other methodology for like my March orders. Like knowing who was under March. In fact, that is what I will do. Yep. Wow, no comments in the comment thread yet.
Yeah, nobody said anything for whatever reason.
Afraid to disturb us. Anybody who's out there who actually cares to type, feel free to sound off.
All right. 8th Indiana battery is going to open up on... out of arc. Oh, no problem. All right, that stack that Cleburne is on top of.
Sure.
It's got 12 there. That's
right.
6 hexes away with 6-pound smoothbores. That's no modifier. +1 for the large unit underneath.
Am I down from you? No, I think I'm up from you, man. I think you might not have a line of sight.
You are... hold on.
Getting all miniature-y with you. Miniature-y. Is that a word?
Sure.
It is now.
All right, let's look that up. All right, so intervening blocking terrain, it's 10.24. If both the firing and the target hexes are on the same or different level, which they're on different levels in this case, any intervening hex with an elevation higher than both blocks line of sight. If the firing unit and target hexes are on different levels, line of sight is blocked by any intervening hex or hex side higher than the average level between them and closer to the lower unit. Okay, so the line is actually closer to me. Hex side higher than the average level. So if I'm level 1 and you're level 2, then the average level is 1.5.
Right.
So that's...
And it's closer to you.
It is closer to me. All right, I think it's blocked. I think you're right.
All right.
All right, so this does kind of mean I could take a shot at the stack that Polk is in. Maybe. We'll find out in a second.
Much closer to you.
Well, so the line crosses closer to you, though. This is the guy on the very end.
Yeah, I think you can take a shot at that one. I think that's the only part from that position. I think that's the only part of my line you can really hit. Because if you move next door, like move to the left.
Yeah.
And it's just because of that weird, I don't know, cove, probably. You know, cove-like.
Yeah, little hollow.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's take that shot. All right, so this is going to be a straight-up shot. It's the same shot, it's just that there isn't a +1. So let's roll and see what happens. 0. Okay, so much for that. We're not using rapid fire, which is something I should probably look up to see how it works. So that was just a shot, so that's just nothing. We're staying here, I think. That will have to do.
All right.
Let me just move wood. Who's got a huge command range for whatever reason.
Yeah, he does, strangely. Although, yeah, Polk's got a 6. It's still kind of big.
Yeah.
Maybe wood was really good.
All right. What the hell? All right. There. That went away now. All right. So I think that's good. I think that's good for him.
Go ahead and draw.
We have McCowan again.
All right. McCowan is not activating again. We don't want
right.
any fatigue. So I shall draw. What? McCowan is not, as I said, is not going again. Over to you.
Cleburne.
Cleburne is continuing to not go again. I shall pull. Wheeler. So I've only pulled one Wheeler, so that means I should be able to move the part of Wheeler that's not under march orders and not get any fatigue out of the deal. So let me indeed do that. No, that's lower. I don't like that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do that. All right. And then all right, Wheeler has moved. What, the one brigade of Wheeler that, or two, whatever it is, that can move.
All right. Is it my draw? I think it is.
Yeah, let me change their facing. No, I need to change a couple of facings. We're getting close enough where it matters. Go ahead.
All right. This activation is wood.
All right.
So what we're going to do is... So, based on the math, you can freely rotate and move 2 woods hexes.
Right.
So that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it here.
Richard De Fortuna. Somebody spoke up. Good to have you aboard.
All right, so... One, two... Three... Four... All right, that'll do there. And
You're cool with Wagner? Don't want to screw with him at all?
Wagner.
It's the guy's
No,
guy.
he's moving back.
Okay, all right. Oh, so you're done? All right.
No,
Oh, you're not.
no, give me a second.
All right.
That's pretty useless. All right. And I cannot move Crittenden at this time. So Crittenden ends up here. Crittenden gets moved because he's essentially corps commander here. He moves now. Or he moves in that phase, not during the regular activations. So Crittenden has to stay where he's at. So we're good with wood.
Okay.
Ha. It is your draw.
It is my draw.
Ain't much
It is
left.
Cheatham. Cheatham was marching. So.
All right. Last chit is Union March. Jeez. Okay. There is stuff coming in.
You make sure I'm 100% sure Cheatham's marching. But
And it's been so long that I have to look up and see where they're coming in.
yeah, Cheatham was marching.
All right. So I'm going to go I'm going to spend 2 activations and see where I get, and then maybe make a third one. We'll see. I think 2 is probably going to be enough, though. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is totally enough.
Oh, I do have a question for you. So on the leader movement portion, is that just the army leader, or is it like corps commanders?
It's corps commanders too. It's not brigade leaders.
Got it. So everybody but. Got it.
Yeah. So basically, any leader higher than the guys who get activation markers.
Got it.
So, so this is Van Cleve's guys coming in. Van Cleve's left wing coming in, or part of it anyway. So Van Cleve moves with the leader movement phase. Van Cleve's subordinate commanders.
Right.
Van Cleve moves during the activation. He moves during his own activation. But say Crittenden, who's the wing commander, moves during the leader movement phase.
Got it. Okay. Cool beans. So we'll get to explore how night works here soon. Is it one big long turn or several turns?
It's a multiple but abbreviated turns. I think they're like 2-hour turns or 3-hour turns for night instead of 1-hour turns.
Yeah,
something like that. All right, and 2 activations is enough.
Oh, cool. So is Van Cleve the center or the left?
Van Cleve's on the left.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay. That's it for Van Cleve, which is all I have under March.
All right. So I'll hit that and dropples. I think that was it.
All right. That was it. So we're up to the 1600 turn.
Okay.
And before we do anything else, I am going to make some die rolls.
And note them. I'm going to leave that there. That there.
Okay, we got some stuff to sort out here.
Yeah, I'm getting set up for doing the OB stuff. I'm going to guess some people came on because you're
Because I'm clicking away.
Yes, that would be my guess.
Somebody's coming on, that's true.
What would be the next thing we would do? Do efficiency modifiers? Draw those?
Yeah, let me look at the sequence play. Okay. No, we would give orders first.
Okay, I'll do
No,
that.
the first thing we would do is determine initiative, I should say. Let's do it,
okay.
Correctly. We would roll for initiative. Confederates so let's do that. Confederates get a +1 because you had initiative last time.
Well, rolling a 1 means I rolled a 2.
All right, so just bear in mind that next you can go ahead and take care of your activation efficiency stuff.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'm still picking through
that's cool.
guys here.
And then I'm gonna go use the bathroom and stuff. So yeah, you got time, man. I feel like I've been behind the curve doing these before, so I want to happily be ahead of the curve. Okay. There they go. In the kepi. No, that's the kepi.
All right, let me make sure I fully understand where these guys are coming in.
If you see anything weird that looks way far south, take a look at the errata.
Well, there is one of those, but this comes in actually. Well, you'll see when it comes in, won't you?
Just remember that anything that has your cavalry entering at like 1019 is errata.
Yes. There is additional cavalry that could be showing up at some point. Union cavalry that could be showing up at some point.
So let's see.
But I'm not exactly blowing the doors off with the die rolls, so.
Right. Gotcha. So let's see. That would be.
Did you do your efficiencies yet?
Yep, all done.
Okay, good. Then I'll put mine in.
I'm in fact making my AM stacks as we speak. And I will. Proceed here to give a few march orders. Then we'll do commander stuff and then orders. But I at least threw down my march orders, so I know about that. I'm going to go use the restroom.
All right, that's fine. I got at least another couple minutes here.
Yeah. It's all good.
All right, I am good to go at this point. Well, that's part of the Patchwork Pictures. That's part of the activation system. That's probably a better way to put that. Is that the cavalry is approaching when that's happening. The one thing I'm not hugely clear on is, so you're facing changes when you remove out of march orders. When does that change? It could change now, and I think that's how we're going to apply it. But it's a bit of a gray area for me. I think I forgot to move price. But he's within range of Van Cleave, so it didn't matter. I think that's good. I can get rid of these at this point. Actually keeping these off map so I can pull them again when that's necessary. We're having, I think, a fairly interesting contest here. There's clearly going to be some trouble down here. But we'll find. I don't know if we'll get to that today, but if we don't, then we'll get to it in the next session. So, Blue Tweezers, thanks for joining us. Everybody, thanks for joining us. We have 9-10 people watching right now, and nobody said anything for like the first 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, that's unusual. I'm going to pull this wing back, this flank back another, pretty sure, couple of hexes. Probably another 3 hexes, I think. There's a whole division coming down that road, though, so as opposed to the one brigade that had been guarding it from the Union side. So maybe it's not such a bad idea to move forward again, thinking about it. That could happen. I did not get spectacular chits this turn, but it's better than last turn by quite a bit. So I do like this game system a lot. I think it's a really solid system, and as we've sort of mentioned, I think it'd be worth doing a video on a comparison between this and, say, Blind Swords, which is also a regimental American Civil War system, and Line of Battle, which is also a regimental level American Civil War system. That's a good question, Mr. Tweezers, and I am inclined to, regardless of what its numeric value is, to not pay a ton of attention to it right now. It is worth victory points, but we got a long way to go, and I'm actually holding it at this exact moment. But, well, not holding it, but I was the last person through the hex, so... Looking at what are the victory conditions for the scenario. Use the victory point schedule in the battle book. All right. Where's that? Because I'm looking at the battle book right now. Unless it's under the... Day of Battles scenario. Okay. That's a great question. Because I don't see a victory point schedule. Hold on a second. Let me grab the box and see if it's on a separate card. I didn't think so, but... I've been known to misremember stuff, so... Oh no, there is, I do not see a victory point schedule. Let's check the errata.
Okay, I have returned.
I'm looking at... So Mr. Tweezers asked what the significance of the victory point hex is, and I know it's worth something, but everything, the victory conditions all list. See the victory point schedule in the battle book, and I can't find that.
Well, let me take a look.
I'm ready to go. My activation markers are in the pile. And I did my facing changes for coming out of March, too.
Let's see, in the battle book.
Well, when is... we forgot to move. If you wanted to move Bragg, that happens after... and I have to move Crittenden, so...
I've got to move all my leaders, so yeah, I'm going to do that. Hold on. Right now, let me just look up over the victory points. Victory is determined by a number of victory points each player gains. In most scenarios, determine victory. Calculate each side's victory point total based on the chart below. So you got points for enemy units, and they're different for each type of unit, you know, based on who they come from. And then for terrain, it's on page 5 when you have some time. It's this is really more about casualties than the locations. The locations like for the
Okay. Yeah,
CSA.
you're right. It's right here.
Yeah,
Just
there's
not in
one
the
that
table of contents.
there's one that's worth 5 for the CSA. There's one that's
Okay.
worth 4, right? But
Yeah.
mainly they're in the 2 to 1 category,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what they mean by units. I'm guessing like it says points for units.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's take for example, 1P is worth 4. 1 RW is worth 3. Is that per strength point?
It's for making the unit combat ineffective.
The division.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All
And
right.
then so combat. Let's check that real quick because I want to see exactly what that means.
Yep, for each enemy division rendered combat ineffective. Right,
Yeah,
is what it
brigades
is.
can't be brigade. So a brigade can be combat ineffective, but a division can be too.
Right.
Become combat ineffective when all regiments are either eliminated, collapsed, disordered, or routed, or more
Right.
than one half of the brigade's regiments are eliminated, collapsed, or routed. And then a division becomes combat ineffective when more than half of its brigades are combat ineffective. In
So
the physical game, there's counters to mark that, but you're gonna know if you have like a division combat ineffective.
let's see here. I think the smartest thing to do is put him there. That's step A. And then 1, 2. No, he's got to be there. And then, all right, now I shall look at brag. Are you moving stuff? I'll
I'm
wait.
just putting orders down.
All right.
I believe that's good.
All right.
So go ahead.
I got a couple more orders to put down, but let me do it. Let's see. All right, and now for you, sir.
I figured the VP point hex doesn't mean if much if the entire flank of the army collapses. So
Yeah, yeah. I and what it's one of the things I like about this battle is when you look at the victory point locations, it's all about the army. You know, those locations are important. So like one of them is like I'm sure. Let me just scroll down to double check it. But like they had 2801 as a location. So 2801 is like way on the southern map. It's theoretically an important location for the Confederates, right? It's worth 5, right?
okay.
But this ain't about that.
Yes, but if it's all the way in this on that side of the map, then Union taking it means that they've driven the Confederate army back.
Right.
They hold like half the distance of the map. So,
all right. So I placed my marches. Now I really got to wonder about who I want to do an attack with.
okay, did I do that? Make sure I did. I didn't. I'm off map though, so don't worry about it.
All right.
Oh no, I totally did actually. I actually thought this through already.
He's out of command, so he can't change orders. And these guys will be under advance. Alright, and then I got a clone. 'Cause I got a couple more attack orders. And that's that. So as you see, we've placed basically the two Clayborn's division, and I believe that is Wither's division under attack orders, and McCown.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't alter. Rains's brigade of McCown is like guarding that bridge.
Well, the orders are given by brigade, so you're not obligated to place the entire division under attack orders.
No, I think though he's out of command though.
Oh, that's probably
so he's gotta
true.
Run. He's got to run with his last orders, which were advanced.
Yeah, well, he could try to change them.
We'll see.
So
We'll try if we get there. Let's put it this way: as we'll see when we play this out. I'm not really planning to launch some massive, attack. This is about flexibility.
Sure.
Right. So, this is not the grand assault. So, all right. So that's that. Let me get. Okay. So I got all my AMs ready.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get those in there. Oh, it's funny. Yours are blue, but they look red when they're in there. It's like they're default.
Yeah, I noticed that. I don't. I'm not sure that that's intentional behavior. So
it's weird. It's just the way it works.
yeah, just some flakiness in the Java.
Keeps it a mystery.
The Java.
All right, so that's it. And I pulled all my.
It's Java. We're lucky it works.
Yes. Yeah. What happened? You put the random event in. Great.
I did put the random event. I did not put your march in.
Oh crap. Mask flip. Okay, now it's in. Okay, that is that. So, leaders, everybody, I got everybody in command, and everybody's orders have been given. Have we missed anything?
I don't think. Let me look back at the sequence of play. All right, initiative, activation choice, which we're not yet. So activation efficiency, division orders, reinforcement orders, mine are taken care of, and reserve placement if you want to designate somebody as being in reserve.
Let me. I do have to do my my initiative pick, so I'll pull it from the pool. One of them from the pool when it comes up, because it's too late. So let me flip this. All right, it's going to be Claiborne, obviously.
We are on turn 1, 2, 3, 4,
1600.
5. Yep. Okay. It's turn 5.
Turn 5. All right, so we're ready to go. All right. So now comes our first is Claiborne, who's under an attack order, and I think we're gonna actually do a little bit of attacking here. So we're gonna start with Johnson's brigade, and we're gonna start with some artillery fire, and we're gonna take a shot at I think it's a 35th Illinois. They're 10-5.
I don't think you can see them. The woods are in the way.
Let's do that.
You can see the other one. If you're shooting with the artillery, is under Johnson anyway.
Yeah. So
yeah, you're tracing clear through that woods hex. So
yeah, we're gonna go straight to that guy. Boom.
Straight to this guy. Okay, gotcha.
Right.
All right. So it's range 3. Okay. So what is that? What kind of artillery is that?
That, sir, is
a 12-pound howitzer. So at 3, you're a +2 to the roll, but it's on the small arms table because you're firing canister.
Oh, excellent. Always feels like a good thing to be firing canister. So we're +2 to the roll, no other modifiers. Let's do it.
There is another modifier. There's a +1 to the roll for mass target.
Oh, So +3. All right.
Sorry, that does not apply here. Actually, that is only if it's regular artillery fire, not if it's canister. So just looking through this real quick. I don't see anything else. We're not in. We are in dusk. No, we're not. That's next turn. Forget it. So don't worry about that for now. So it's just +2. So it's +2. You got how many factors?
4.
Okay, roll it up.
Ooh, that's good.
All right, that's a 1 big D. All right, so here's what happens. Let me get a marker. Ugh.
Shots fired.
All right, so he is down. And he is automatic. The big D is an automatic disorder.
Okay. And that's that. No retreat or anything, right?
There's no retreat. That's correct.
Okay. So... believe you might get some non-phasing fire.
I can return fire from that, actually.
You can't? Go ahead.
Yeah. So that's a rifle. That's R, which is an army rifle, which is a 0. And we'd be shooting back with 7, remembering that you can only shoot 7 out of a hex at any given time.
Right.
So let's take that shot. 7 factors.
I'm in town. Which is a -1 to fire.
Yes, it is. Okay. That's fine. All right. Well, let's roll it, see what happens. All right. That's not nothing. It is a D-2. So roll on that artillery for a D-2. That's a 0. So he's fine.
All right. So now... these guys are going to go there.
Okay, that enables another return fire. Right. I think I'm trying to remember now. This is where I'm getting kind of mixed up. In that, am I remembering that individual units can only return fire once per activation? I think that's correct. Yeah, an eligible unit may use... technically, no, that's not correct. An eligible unit may use each type of non-phasing fire once per enemy brigade activation. But it can split its fire if you want to do that. That was return fire. So this same unit can now conduct withdrawal fire because you moved from a hex...
Right.
That it can see. So it's going to be it's going to be a -2 to the roll for the woods. And because I'm shooting at the hex you're exiting, right?
Yeah, I think
it's going to be 7.
I feel better going down the modifiers. All right, so you're best works. You're disordered, so it's an extra -1.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's a -3.
All right. Well, let's see what happens. That's a 1. Oh. So it is 7. So that's, and I forgot to check it's an army rifle, so it's a +1 actually. So that is actually a net -2. So your check is a D-1, little D-1.
On the 7, no, it looks to me like a D-2. because you can only shoot with. Oh, a small arm. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let me. Yep. D-1. Here we go. I think they failed.
D-1
No,
is
no,
so
they
you're
made it.
subtracting from the roll. Okay, so
Right.
they would actually couldn't have failed that. However, I can also do withdrawal fire on this other unit, 35th Illinois, and I might as well. Or do I want to do that? I don't have to do that. I am going to use withdrawal fire. He can't see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy's got.
I'm out of range of everybody else.
I'm not sure you are. The Army rifle has a 4-hex range.
No, I'm saying so. This guy, I'm out of his. So your infantry unit that's facing west, I plotted this out quite craftily. I'm out of his arc of fire with this unit.
Oh, you're absolutely right about that.
Yep. And same with the other guys. And then your artillery's facing the wrong direction, and then the other guys are blocked by the woods.
The other guys on the ground are blocked by their own guys. This unit can take that shot, so I might as well.
Is he disordered?
Not this guy. The other guy is.
I'm only asking because he's on his 5 side. I can't really see.
Okay, so if you look at the guy that you shot at, right? You see
right
under 31st Indiana or whatever that is. There's that little
there's a
D
little
diamond.
yellow thing.
That means it's disordered. This guy's not disordered, so it's going to be
this is
7 minus 2. It's 3 hexes away, with which a rifle is rifled. Yeah, Army rifle is 0 on that, but it's minus 2 for the woods.
For the woods. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's a good roll.
That's the first good roll I've rolled in like 3 weeks. So that we didn't take back later. All right.
That is a big D.
That is just a flat big D.
Which means I'm disordered.
Yep. You're also done.
Right. With moving.
Yeah. For that regiment, yeah. Yeah.
And we're indeed going to fire on the guys we disordered that were right adjacent.
Let me check that. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's fine. You can still shoot.
So we're disordered and we're low ammo. So this is a total of -3.
-3, but they're using old rifles at 1 hex, which is +1. So -2 net.
-2 on the 7. So here we go. A 5. It's pretty good.
All right, on the 7, that comes up to a D +1. So let's see if they take it. Nope, they are okay.
They are okay. All right. Now we shall move the next unit. 2, 3.
I have already taken withdrawal fire with both of those units. I can't do it again.
So we are going to open up on the disordered unit with that guy.
Okay.
And we are using M muskets, I'm guessing.
M is muskets. At 1 hex, it's +2.
+2, and that's it.
Pretty much.
Yep. So here we go. +2 was 7. Ooh, that's a crap roll. So that's a 3.
That's a D, little d.
Okay.
They fail.
They fail.
All right, so let's see what that does on second disorder. Fire table. It's going to lose another strength point and retreat 1 to 2 hexes.
All right, we shall keep moving. One, 3. All right. These guys are going to open up on the guys that are adjacent to. So we've got 5. We've got rifles. And that appears to be
I got to return fire on that, though. Let me.
No, he already returned. He already did a return fire for.
You're right. You're right. During this activation, you're absolutely right. This guy can return fire back at you, but you get to shoot at him.
So let's see, but you can't do withdrawal fire.
I can't. I've already done the withdrawal fire.
So we got 5 with the rifles at 1, which is a +1. Okay. So, and that's that. Here we go. Ooh, that's good.
So was a net +1.
Yep. Yep. Because you're
One
not
big
in the.
D.
Yep.
You are low ammo from that. Henceforth. I did say big D, right?
Right. Which means I got to click it twice, right? Because it's a -2 mod, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, that's correct. All right, so you rolled a 9 at a net +1. That's a 1 big D. Okay. Okay.
All right, and now these guys will go 2.
I get my shot back. Hold on a second. Army rifle. Gotta forget to. This is the return fire. I'm at +1. And it's 7 factors at +1, but you are in the woods, right? So it's
Right,
net -1.
And you are now disrupted, so that's another disorder.
The return fire should be considered simultaneous, though.
Okay, so it's a -2 on the 7.
-1. Plus, I get
net.
+1 for rifles at 1 hex.
Okay.
That's an 8. That's a 1 little d +2.
So I need to.
Okay, so you'll lose a step. Roll for disorder +2 DRM to the roll.
Clone. What is it to reduce it?
Control Shift F. That's
horrific.
That's fairly clumsy.
Gonna have to beat Alan up for that.
I blame Alan.
They should just make. You know what? You could just reduce the counters.
I like the up and down arrow from the Worthington module. That's actually pretty nice. It's intuitive.
So that's it.
You don't, you don't have a modifier key on it.
D +2. All right. Up. They made it. Yep. Balls of steel.
Okay.
And move that out of the way. That's going to go 1, 3 to there. And this guy's going to go 2, 3. Okay. So that is it for Johnson's brigade, and we might as well move Johnson up. All right. And now for the rest of Claiborne. Yeah. Come on, separate, you bozos. This guy's gonna go. No, he's gonna stay put. he'll move up a little bit there. And that. All right. Come here, Clavern. Yeah, so this is a curious one. This artillery piece, are any of your guys in range of me? I think we're in the opposite situation.
Yep.
Where
totally. Yeah.
We're in one of those scenarios where, like, if you had artillery there, you couldn't see me, but I could see you. Because we've got a slope going down to where you are. You know what I'm saying? Because it's 1.5, but the lower elevation is... I have the maximum of higher elevation with me. You follow me?
I'm looking it up. The intervening hill exception. An intervening hex at the same base elevation as the higher unit, which is you. Yes. Blocks line of sight if separated from the higher unit along the line of fire by a hex of lower base elevation. Intervening hex at the same... base elevation as the higher unit blocks line of sight if separated from the higher unit along the line of fire by a hex of lower base elevation.
Right. So let's say I was shooting due north from that hex.
Uh-huh.
That there's a hill. So there's lower elevation and then there's higher. So if you were like in 2222, I couldn't see you. But that's not the case here. Like if I shot at...
That would make sense. Okay. That makes sense.
Right. So I am going to shoot at somebody. And I think who I'm going to shoot at is going to be... Anybody green out there?
Yeah, there's some green guys somewhere. The green guys might all be in the woods.
Yeah, I think we're going to shoot at these Ohio boys here.
All right.
And so here we go. So we've got 6.
So that's Napoleon's.
Right.
It's 6 hexes away?
No, I've got 6 value and you're 1, 2, 3,
7 hexes
4.
away. So there's no modifier for that.
All right, let's see what happens.
But it is a +1 for mass target.
So it's a 4.
All right. So the only DRM I see is the mass target +1.
Right. So it's a net 4, which is a D.
Oh, okay. You already rolled.
Yeah.
Little d.
Yep.
How many? Oh, you were shooting at 6. No wonder. Okay, gotcha.
Right. Yeah.
I was confused. It's all right. He made it.
All right. So, all right. Now we shall continue with moving Woods Brigade. All right.
So, well, I don't want to complain about it, so I won't complain about it. It's not whatever my complaint was. It was not going to be about Imperial struggle, which John Longshore has just mentioned. I also am looking forward to that game. I have to figure it out. I have to get a lot further figuring it out between now and Friday. But that's okay.
All right, now we come to the next brigade, which is Liddell. All right.
All right, well, you're moving. I'm going to go take a whiz. I'll be back in just a
I
second.
got some firing to do, but I'll wait till you get
All
back.
right, I won't be long. All right, I am back.
All right, so first thing was we got what's an L? 4L. God, this Confederate
That's
artillery.
smooth 6-pound smoothbore.
6-pound smoothbore. It's going to open up on 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I guess we're going to open up on the 17th Ohio, which is kind of this guy.
Okay.
And we shoot. So it's going to be a, let's see, at that
+1.
range. No, it's 7 hexes, so it's 0
Yeah, but
for a smooth
sorry, it's +1 for mass target.
for masters. All right, so here we go. A 3, which feels like nothing.
It's
No, it's
not.
gonna be something.
Was that 6 factors or 4?
Yeah, it is 4. It is a D minus 2.
4 factors. Okay, at D minus 2. They are okay.
All right. He'll step up. We will move this for now. He'll step up.
120. Holy cow. That's like walk out your front door and spontaneously start on fire. Heat. It was mid-90s yesterday here during all the holiday fireworks and gunfire.
Lastly, we have a smooth little shot that we're going to take at the we're going to do Polk's battery, which is once again, oh god, it's different. MH12. It's a 12 howitzer. So
Okay.
that, what does the range look like on that? 7's what I want. All right.
I'm not sure if you're talking about Key's battery as with Polk's
Right.
brigade,
Yeah.
then I'm not sure you have a 7.
No, I'm talking range.
Yes, I'm not sure you have a 7 range.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you're right. I don't. So we're not going to worry about. We will do a shot, but it's going to be after movement. All right. 1.
I feel like putting together a rules cheat sheet, just with the little fiddly bits of fire and stuff like that. But part of my general confusion is A, I didn't get to sleep till like 2 in the morning last night, and B, we've been kind of playing with, for quite a while, we've been playing different Civil War games at roughly this level.
And we're not going to take a shot. And that, sir. Okay, so now we can do close combat if we so desire. Correct?
Yeah.
Right. So we are indeed going to do close combat with everybody adjacent to the 35th Illinois, because I don't like the state of Illinois.
All right, I don't blame you. All right, so let's look that up, because I think this is the first shock combat that we've seen. So the first thing
yes.
that you're going to do is declare the shock combat, declare who's the target, who's attacking. So you're attacking with both of those units, presumably.
Right. So if I've got 15 going in. Right.
Okay. So
14.
Perform a retreat before shock. Where is that? 11.33, because I might retreat. Non-phasing infantry and cavalry are about to be shock attacked by infantry may retreat before shock. They move 1 hex away from the attacker, maintaining facing. Assuming they're infantry. The following may not retreat before shock. Units under attack orders, march orders, artillery, and any unit being shock attacked by mounted cavalry. I am under attack orders, so I may not retreat before shock.
I don't see it. Oh, I do.
Oh, it's there.
I do. Yeah. All
right. Green attacker commitment check. Nobody here is green.
Nope.
Pre-shock reaction fire. So let's look at that. That is 11.38. Units with shock attackers and their frontal hexes may fire at those attackers only within the restrictions for non-phasing fire. All results are applied immediately. Okay, so I will shoot back. Now it's non-phasing fire, right? So I can only do each type once. So I can only shoot at one of those units. So we'll shoot at 44th Tennessee. That's the bigger one. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna get. We're disorganized, which is a problem. We have Army rifles, which give me a +1. Euro mass target does not apply here. Prepared fire. Each small arms weapon type has a reduced range, which... Oh, I can totally declare prepared fire here. I keep forgetting that that's just a range. Prepared fire is, on an army rifle, is a 2-hex range, actually. So I can...
How does that work?
If you're within a certain range, if you're looking at the range effects chart, it's that max/prep column.
Okay.
So... Prepared fire may only be used by phasing, non-moving, non-disordered infantry.
So you're not phasing.
Or non-phasing, non-disordered infantry. So I can't take prepared fire here.
Right. You're disordered and you're...
I'm disordered. Well, it's the problem is I'm disordered. All right, so it's looking like it's just a +1. So let's see what happens.
A 1.
All right, so that's not nothing. That's a little D.
Here we go.
It'd be cool if I could roll like more than a 2 on any particular occasion.
I did not. No.
All right.
44 Tennessee wants your ass. So all right.
So
now we go into the shock.
Okay, so next is the Defender's pre-shock cohesion check. 11.38.
Pre-shock DRMs. All right. So you don't have a leader. You're not in breastworks. You're not in march mode. You are disordered, so it's a +2.
He makes it.
You're not flanked.
No, he doesn't. He fails. Nope. All right. So that's a second disorder. Pre-shock cohesion check. Roll UD. Okay, so I make another one, which is just a flat roll, which he makes. And if I pass, so I lose a strength point and retreat 1 to 2 hexes.
Okay.
All right, and I think you're required to advance one of those 2 units into that hex.
That would be my guess, and I think bigger is better in this case. So here we go, and that's that.
Okay.
For my shock for that activate.
All right. This whole honestly, Davis's entire division is doomed. They can't do anything. Now, the rolls aren't helping me here, but Davis is just hosed. Half his guys are across the river, half of them aren't. I'm not getting any. I have one activation. I'll tell you, I have one activation marker for that entire pile in the pool.
Well, it's not an irretrievable situation, but what happens is those guys have to back off, and Davis has to abort his crossing, and you know what I'm saying, and take the long way. That's their only option.
The entire right wing comes in on that road this turn.
What, 1025?
Yep.
Well, yeah, but you can go north, and there's another crossing up north.
That's,
it's a 4-day battle.
That's 4 hours to just get them to the road.
Right.
So,
which will be at night because we're pushing up all night. I don't think you're doomed, is my point, at all. However, your desire to try to cross that river, I've denied that to you, or stream, shall we say?
But then we have a situation where one of Davis's brigades is separated from the rest of them and out of command for 10 turns, something like that.
They're under attack, so think of it realistically.
And
so
thus they get a half movement. They can't even pull back more than a hex.
Tomorrow is 1700, right? I mean, the next turn is 1700. That reduces visibility, and then it's night.
It does.
Right. And that brigade can always change orders to advance.
I have to roll to do that.
Right.
And Woodruff is conservative, which means he gets a penalty to that roll.
I hear you. I'm just saying, I think a brigade in danger, which could happen to either of us at any time, is not like the battle's over.
Well, I'm not necessarily trying to say that. I'm just frustrated by the continuous rolling of 0s, 1s, and 2s, your continuous rollings of 7s, 8s, and 9s, and my continuous drawing of efficiency markers of 1s and 2s. So,
I hear you.
I mean, he's not going to get to go. I mean, there's every chance that Cleburne is going to go 2 or 3 more times before I draw that shit.
Yeah, but remember, I've already got fatigue.
Yeah, but you still have at least one more activation with him.
Right, that's true. Well, yeah, I'm going to try to hammer you. I think your mistake was, I think you should have poked your head across that river last turn. That's me.
That could be. That's very plausible. But if so, then, I mean, these guys are already all showing up late. So, well, they're not really late, but, I mean, so the fundamental challenge here is, in this scenario, is that the Confederate army starts almost entirely on the map, or a large section of the Confederate forces start on the map, some of it hidden, and the Union marker starts with nothing on the map, and everything has to enter. So I think in retrospect, don't bother with any of that. I would in retrospect, I would just cross the creek up here on the north side and let the entire army keep making the rolls every turn. Let the entire army pile up in front of that creek, and then start moving forward. When 2 days later, when
or tomorrow.
Well, that's the second day, yeah. I mean, there's remember, there's like a whole huge section here that only has a 10% chance to enter, right? That whole half of one of the divisions to the right only enters on a die roll of 1. Okay.
No. So I agree with you completely. I think, don't get me wrong. I think it's still anybody's battle, right? But I think you made a mistake there by trying to say, let me see if I can dash across that creek.
Well, then I got no activations. So that was the problem. Had I gotten something other than 1, I might have made it.
Yeah, but what you also could have done is not kept trying to so once you'd entered, right? Like a couple turns ago in 1041.
Mm-hmm.
Once you were out of range, you could have just done march orders with those guys and gone north.
Yeah, potentially.
So that's what I'm saying.
But there's no road, so the march doesn't do them any good. Well, it kind of does, because it insulates them against the effect of only having one activation marker in
That's
the
my
pool.
point, right? So you could get 4 moves out of it, and you're just trying to junk. I would not have done that, because I mean, you could see I had like 2 whole divisions just lined up on that road.
Yeah.
Before I got there, it's just you're getting into a hornet's nest. So yeah, you're in trouble. But I'd say the good news now, having made the decision that was probably a mistake, is that it's just 1 brigade. As opposed to you know what I mean, as opposed to like the entire division, which could indeed be a problem. But yeah, I don't think you're irreclaimable. But yeah, I didn't even know if I was going to press the attack this turn, but I certainly knew I wanted attack orders because I wanted to shoot at you, and shoot at you with some regularity this turn, while maneuvering about. But anyway, so that's it for Claiborne.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead and draw the next Confederate activation marker.
I shall. Put this down here. Random event.
I'll roll a d10. No random event.
All right. Go ahead and pull the next one.
The next Confederate activation marker is Withers.
Withers. Withers is under attack orders, but that's just merely... We really can't do a whole lot with Mr. Withers this turn. We shall start with Loomis. Nope, it's only half movement, so we can kind of creep forward. There you go, Mr. Withers. Now we shall go with, well, Loomis, I should say. Now we shall go with Anderson.
Now, on the other hand, if initiative is the first thing that's determined each turn. So,
Right.
Given that you were going to win the initiative, you had already won the initiative by that point. It's probably wouldn't have been a bad idea necessarily to have put that unit, just kept that unit under advance orders.
Right. I think, and I mean this in a good way, you and I are both naturally aggressive players, but sometimes that can lead to a stubbornness.
Oh, yeah.
And which, as a player, I've been trying to work on.
Yeah. No, I mean, in retrospect, I would have done exactly what I did, what I just said I was going to do. I'd cross that river, and that's it, until everybody else shows up.
Right.
Or not everybody necessarily, but
yeah, because mass is a thing.
Because
right?
now I got Joe Wheeler's cavalry running around in the backfield here too.
Right. Although you just had a whole division. Like I was like, Joe says half of Joe Wheeler's cavalry. Look at them, and then a whole division showed up. Right.
Yeah.
Joe Wheeler's cavalry is now like, I don't know about that. All right. So that is it for Withers. Withers has eked forward, and time for the next draw.
Is it my draw?
Could be.
Davis,
which is what you needed. Exactly.
That's all they can do.
Right. Now, does Davis have guys on the other side of the river? Those guys can. Yeah.
That's all Davis over there.
Yeah. That's exactly what you needed, I might add.
Well, that is probably the best next chit to go.
You could always try to change your orders too. I mean, you played it safe with the brigade guys, but you could change the other guys to advance. Although it's like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and both Post and Carlin are normal rather than cautious. Well, let's try it. All right, so Post will, and that has to be done by brigade too, right? So it might make it with one and not the other. So we will. All right, so Post's modifier. Both these guys are zeros actually, so there's no modifier to the roll. So there's a 50% chance. Well, fuck it. Let's just do it. So let's roll for Post. Post gets a 6. He gets to change.
All right.
No, it's not Post.
This guy's Post.
That's Post. Actually, who wasn't marked as attack? All right, so he's gonna.
Davis, what's the other guy's
here,
name? The one who's
actually.
kind of sort of trapped.
That's Woodruff.
Woodruff, yeah. Davis, like, Woodruff, you're on your own.
Pretty much. Well, the other thing is that those guys, I can attempt rally with those units, right? And Palmer's brigade, again, the problem is going to be, how many activation markers does Palmer have in the pool? One.
Yeah, Palmer could.
So
right. Palmer could rush forward and rescue them.
Not one activation, he can't.
Right. Well, the second thing is, I think you're bemoaning your situation too much.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah. Look at me. Am I going to really expose my flank to Palmer just to destroy a brigade? I'm in a weird situation. What I'm trying to do is what I'm trying to do. I don't want you crossing there. You know?
Let's do the rest of. Actually, that's.
Then you got Crook, or Colin. I'm sorry, Kalen.
Up gradual for artillery is +1. Carlin.
Oh, it's an R.
Mm-hmm. It's partially obscured by the attack marker. Yeah. I am whining a bit, just FYI. Let's do that last. That's part of Woodruff's brigade, but I'm going to take a shot with one of their artillery pieces, because why not? So I got to try to roll for Carlin, actually. Let's see what happens. Carlin retains and stands. He is stuck where he's at. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You've got interesting ideas there, Blue Tweezers, but I don't think they're. I think they're fairly dangerous.
Well, that's what we're. I mean, big danger. I don't know, but I have a shot I can take. So Carlin is that's the red guys. They're paralyzed. They can do nothing because of the results of that roll. Davis himself will go up here, I think. That sounds fine. We will take a shot with this 8th Wisconsin battery on 44th Tennessee.
Okay.
So, there is no masked fire here. It is a canister shot. It is -2 because he moved.
-2 +2. Right. Gotcha.
That's 12-pound howitzers at 2 hexes is +3. So it's a net +1.
Alrighty then. Take your shot. So that would be a 2 on the 4.
It's a D -3.
D -3. Let's see. 44 Tennessee.
Fails.
44. He fails. Happens. All right.
So I'm not prohibited from firing, actually, with these guys. So what I can do... I'm only really going to have one shot. I will
because
take
of line of sight.
Yeah, because of this. Let us say trace this one. Oh, I think I can make that shot too. All right, this guy didn't move, so this is going to be 6 factors on, and it's 3 hexes, so no mass target because it's still small arms. So this is 6 factors. Are you in the woods? You are not in the woods. We're on the same elevation. Line of sight looks fine.
It's not flank fire. Nope.
Yeah, all right. So let's see what happens.
Well, keep rolling like that. What was the net modifier?
It's a D-. I don't think there is one. Wait, hold on. It's
canister.
3 hexes. It's 3 hexes.
3 hexes.
It's actually a +2. So that is a total of 3. That's a little D.
They passed.
Okay. I got one more I can take a shot at. That
with
is
the
with the infantry, yeah. So this is going to be 7 factors. What are they shooting? This is the guy that is under Carlin.
Yeah, I see. You're going to shoot at 17th Tennessee
Army rifles.
or
44th Tennessee.
All right, so it's 2 hexes away.
That's a 0. And that's it. With Army rifles, it's 0. That's a 4. Highest roll all day. 7 factors. That's a little D.
They're fine. Okay. Any more action? Any more Davis action from you?
That's all Davis can do. That is literally all Davis can do.
That is Davis's day. All right. So let's see here. My draw, I believe.
I think so.
Well, Union again. Negley.
All right. This might take a while. FYI. Oh,
I will go use the little boys' room again.
You might as well. So that hex 1025, Negley's entire division enters on that hex.
Ow. Luckily, you have him under march.
I don't, actually.
Oh, advance.
He's under advance.
Right. Well, you know, in the interest of gamesmanship, you notice I didn't try to block these entry hexes, right? Right? But crossing a ford, that's a different matter. I shall return.
All right, that's fine.
I'll feed the cat too.
This won't take that long because I can only get like one brigade on. So, oof, these guys are gross. Look at these. Look at these guys, man.
What?
They're all green.
Ugh. I'll be back.
All right, that's fine. I get 2 brigades on, actually. Now, he does have more than one chit in the pool, though, I think. No, I'm wrong. He has one. So that's where he is for the whole hour. Itinerant Hobbyist, thanks for stopping by. One change here, just to go there. Check a couple modifiers here. I mean, a huge problem that I'm having is just the activation chits. I'll show you guys. 2, 3, but there's no cavalry. 1. The only one that there's more than that is actually Davis. And what I'll probably end up doing here is just going on all, at least with Woodruff's brigade, taking all those activations because they're doomed anyway. If I fatigue them, who cares? So I do need to put together a play aid, like a line of sight play aid, and just like a general play aid for this. I think because I'm getting everything conflated in my head about how line of sight works and how artillery fire works, and can you fire if there's units adjacent. It's all been different in these various systems that we've been playing. Great campaigns, it's not really a problem because it's such a different game system. Pull this out of here. Old rifles at 2 hexes is probably... it's a 0, actually.
All right, I'm back. Is Negley done?
Negley's done. I got 2 brigades on the map.
Okay.
So
right,
you missed
see.
some more whining, but otherwise it's all good. All right, so I think it's my draw.
Yep.
Wheeler.
Wheeler. All right. So there's only one Wheeler under activation. And the other's under March. And it's the Wheeler you see there.
Mm-hmm.
So that Wheeler is not going to charge the gun, shall we say. That Wheeler's going to... Let me see. I don't like even being in range of your artillery there. 1, 2. Nah, we're far enough away. And those guys are under advance orders. They're not under. All right, so. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 6, 7. Yeah. And then
I will tell you that against those guns, where you are right now, there is no modifier to shots.
Right. That's why I'm backing up. Right. You follow me?
Yep.
Yeah. Because your one guy there's on lower elevation, I believe. Who's got a really...
One of them is.
Right.
But you're right on the edge, too, and I can see. I'm pretty sure I can see you from there.
That's why I'm backing up.
Yep.
Boop. And that feels good. And I think I'm going to dismount them. Is that
It costs half your movement points, I believe.
right? So let's see here. How do you delineate that?
You replace the counter with the dismounted version of the counter.
Oh my god. All right. That's ridiculous. So the entire formation is dismounted.
Well, you do need to get the other counters out because, you could just pull them all off the same part of the card because they'll have different factors. They could potentially have different cohesion values, but they will definitely have less firepower or more firepower, maybe, depending on the unit.
That's something that could be corrected in this module.
Yes, that's true. In fact, is there a right-click option for that? Because that'd be cool.
I'm looking for it. I don't see it.
I don't either. But maybe you see more than I do.
Charge, blown, reset.
That would be a cool feature if there was a right-click context menu option to mount or dismount the cavalry.
You can certainly flip the normal counters 3 times.
That's true too.
Right? I am going to stay back. They're all dismounted. I'll pull them out if necessary because it's a lot of hunting and pecking in the OOB. I'll do that, if it comes into play. So all right, so that's it. Wheeler's done.
All right, next shit. I think it's my draw. Cleburne.
Well, I think at least what we've started... Well, I don't know. Well, hold on. Let me do this in order.
I think in time for next week, I will prepare I'll make this generally available. I will prepare a little cheat sheet type summary on things like line of sight and artillery fire and what prevents artillery fire and that kind of stuff.
Right. Okay. So we're gonna start actually over here with
Johnson?
with wood.
Okay.
So wood's gonna go there, and wood is indeed gonna fire on the third Ohio.
John Longshore says it's unfortunate there's only currently 2 games on this system in print. That is true. Dead of Winter was in print until relatively recently, a year or 2 ago. I will tell you that the 2 volumes that are in print, Twin Peaks and Death Valley, are both very good values. There's a huge amount of content in that Death Valley box. I think it's a great buy. And I think Twin Peaks, which might even be on sale from GMT, it might be one of those perpetual sale type deals till it goes away. For the price, it's got a lot of value as well.
So we're firing at the, I think it's 9th Ohio. We've got a net -2 with the Napoleons. And that's that.
Oh, well, you're shooting with wood. Okay.
Right. With simple.
All right, I see the unit you're talking about. Go ahead.
You're masked, so it's a +1, so it's a net -1. Here we go. That's 0.
That might be nothing. It
is nothing.
Okay.
So now we shall continue moving all these dudes. All right.
I haven't seen anything like Army or Corps artillery on the map yet. That's where you can start getting those nice massed artillery barrages going. It's not impossible, but it's difficult to do with where all your artillery is brigade artillery.
So we're gonna take a shot with, or do we want to just move? All right, so we're gonna do Johnston's brigade now. So this is movement number 1. I think you were gonna get some withdrawal fire on that as we pull that guy back.
Yes, I would get withdrawal fire. Let's start the withdrawal fire. I will take 2 pieces of withdrawal fire. One of which will be with 8th Wisconsin Battery.
Okay.
That's 2 hexes with Parrot 10s. That's a +2. No massed fire because it's not 4 hexes, so it's just +2. So that's an 8 with 4 factors on the small arms table. That is a big D, and that is a second big D for him.
So
lose another strength point, retreat 1 to 2 hexes from the hex you started moving out of.
From the hex I started moving out.
Yeah, because that's where the attack happens, is when as you're leaving that hex.
See, he's gonna take 1, and he's gonna just fall back there. All right. Clone. Shift F. Ugh.
Yeah, Control Shift F. And Shift F. It's awkward.
Alright. And you get a second piece.
Yeah, but it's not a great of a shot. 25th. Actually, it's at the same time. It's from that same hex. So yeah, we'll do this. 25th Illinois, old rifles, 2 hexes. That's a 0. It's a straight up roll. 2. That's probably a morale check. It's a D-1 actually. So he should be okay from that second one.
Right. And
or a third one, as the case may be.
And everybody else right now is just... No, we'll move the artillery.
I will point out that Johnson has not made that stand on that creek unscathed either.
No. And no, I liked him where he was. So the 12-pound howitzers there are going to open up on your artillery.
Okay.
And so we're 12-pound howitzers at 2.
That's a +3.
+3. And we moved. So that's a -2. So it's a +1 on the 4. 5.
So it's a 5 small arms that will ammo deplete you. Oh, did you have ammo depletion already?
No, I did not.
Okay.
That is not small arms. That is artillery. It is 12-pound howitzer.
It's 2 hexes, so it fires on the small arms table because it's, it's canister.
Gotcha.
So it's a little D.
Right.
And now you're ammo depleted.
Right.
They made it. Return fire. This is a separate type of non-phasing fire, so I can do it. So it's going to be 4 Parrot 10s coming back at you at a +2. We're on the same level.
Yeah, it's a +2 on the 4 small arms.
That's a 9. That's a 1 little D +2.
He's going to fall back. Oh, no, he can't.
Well,
yeah. Let me do the check. He made it.
No, he didn't. He's a 7 +2 to the roll.
Right.
So it's an 8, so he failed. So he's disorganized.
So he flips and he takes a loss.
And he takes a step, yeah.
Okay. And that is it for Johnston. And you only get the bonus for the roll with the leader in your hex, right?
Let me double check that. You mean for rally? Or for the morale check? Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. So that's that. Now let me look at everybody else here. He's going to go there. He's not going to shoot. That is it for Claiborne. Claiborne is done. Everybody's where I want him to be.
Okay. The same applies to rally attempts too. By the way, the leader has to be stacked in the hex.
Right.
They can make the check without it. I mean, it's just a morale check. You just don't only get the minus stars if it's in the same hex.
All right. So that's that. Next AM. By the way, can you use an activation to take a reserve and not accrue fatigue?
So reserve means something special. You have to declare reserves in the reserve placement phase, and they are in reserve the whole turn.
Excuse me.
So no, that does count. That does accrue fatigue.
Okay.
That's an activation. You could pass, but you can't rally if you pass.
Here's the next chit. Flip. It is
Breckenridge.
Breckenridge.
Is he still in March?
I do not know. I'm about to check. Breckenridge is not in March. So here we go, Breckenridge.
Well, he's in the back and has quite a bit of moving to do, so I am going to
He does indeed.
vanish for about 60 seconds. Okay, I'm back. John Leixler says, at least it isn't Control-Alt-Delete.
Yeah, this could be a really easy to use module with just a couple of tweaks to it.
Yeah. So, one of the things that the Line of Battle crowd has done, Line of Battle uses those rotary markers to keep track, the Pollard markers to keep track of strength points.
Right.
Which is, not the least clumsy thing it could possibly do. There are, for at least some of those games, alternate strength point tracking chart sheets that you can find online and print out, so that you can track the strength points of the units in much the same way as they did in the original sequence of games from SPI, where you're actually keeping track of it on a roster strength chart.
Right. I am done with Breckenridge, so I'm I'll pull
right.
a chit. Keep talking.
Okay.
Because I'm finding it interesting.
Yeah. Now I don't know that I would necessarily prefer that. Davis.
Yeah, I thought you all only had one activation.
I was mistaken. It's somebody else that actually only has one.
So you were just moaning.
So this is fun. This is funny. You're going to find this funny. I changed my mind. So what's going to happen here is post. They'll stay under advanced orders, and that's fine. One. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Do I get withdrawal fire on you for that? I might. That guy.
Actually, with this guy, you might. Yeah.
Let me see here.
Everybody else was already in the woods, and you can't see them. But this guy, you probably can take withdrawal fire.
We've got a guy. What does he have with rifles?
I see two stacks that can withdrawal fire. One is the guys under Johnson, and the other is the guys under Darden's artillery battery.
Right. So Darden's can't though because he's disorganized.
Oh, okay. I thought it was they're both disorganized. Okay.
Right, but artillery can't. You know.
That's correct. Artillery cannot fire at all disorganized.
So we're not gonna. I don't think it's really worth our while right now. So we're not going to. Go ahead and move back.
Okay. So this guy will go right there. We are going to take a shot. All the moving is done. Is that accurate? An accurate statement? I think it is an accurate statement, actually. Yeah. So it seemed to me as when you were on the can, I thought it through, and it's actually probably worth my while to keep Davis's, sort of half division here, right?
Right.
Even if they don't cross, they can still shoot at you, and that's what we're going to do. And in fact, we have 2 artillery shots right now. So, and they're all against disorganized guys. So I can go a long way to reckon Johnson's brigade just with this fire. So we do get a free facing change. So let's facing change that. And then this guy will move up here. That's dumb. Leave him there. All right. All right, so the first shot, this is with Carlin's brigade. The first shot is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes. Is that even... Yeah, with rifles it is. Okay. So I'm going to shoot 7 factors of rifles. That's at a -1 at the unit under Johnson. Or is there multiple units under Johnson? No, I think it's just one.
Yeah. The only thing I'd look at there is there's a little bit of weirdness with the elevations that we're on.
We're on the same elevation. The space between us is lower than both of us.
You're talking about this guy.
Correct.
Draw a line of sight.
Right there.
Okay, yeah, you're right. So it avoids that. You see the little bit of rise. That's what I was looking at.
Not sure I'm seeing it.
In hex 1629.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. But they're actually both on.
That is a woods hex, however. But you come across the hex side, so it's,
yeah. All right, so it is a -1 from range, however. So let's take the shot. That's a 4 on the small arms. 7. That's a little D. So give me a little D on him.
He's fine.
He is fine. All right. The next shot is going to be with Carlin, the guy under Carlin, which again is Army rifles. This is. Wait a minute. That's not the next shot. The next shot is with 2nd Minnesota Battery.
Right. Who are you shooting?
Same stack.
Okay. So you got a +2.
That's 3 hexes with, +2 for range. No mass target because it's too close. So that's 2. That's a 6 factors. Remember, this is on the small arms table. It is a D -1.
He's fine.
All right. And next, we cannot shoot. I have one more shot at that unit. That is with that. This is with the infantry under Carlin. So their Army rifles at 2 hexes, which is a +1. So net +1 to the roll. Wow. Okay. That's a D -2.
We made it.
Okay.
So you were talking about wrecking Johnson's brigade.
I'm literally rolling all zeros. So, all right. So the 8th Wisconsin Battery is going to take a shot at that stack with Darden's Battery and 44th Tennessee.
Gotcha.
That's 2 hexes at Parrott 10s. That's a +2. That's a 6. That's 4 factors with a 6 is a D +1.
So it's the artillery that's rolling because they're on top. Here we go. No, I have to roll for both.
Yeah.
So first, let's do the artillery. They made it. Barely. We had a +2. And now let's go for the infantry. They failed.
Okay, so the infantry is going to take a 2nd disorder from the fire table. So they're going to lose a strength point and retreat 1 to 2 hexes.
Right. And they're going to fall back 1. And that's it.
All right. Next we have Post's Brigade, which does have... Let me look at this without... I think I do have a shot here. This infantry here can throw 8 factors, 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes. Ah, shit. He's lower.
Yep.
I can still take the shot at Darden's Battery, because he's right on the edge of that higher elevation. But I can't shoot at the guy under Johnson. So we'll take this shot. It's 4 hexes with Army rifles, so -1.
Remember, max is 7.
Yes. So that's a 5. So he's going to go low ammo. That's a D +1. So he's fine. All right, so that's this guy. Do that twice. Okay. And then 7 factors from the stack under Post. We'll take a shot.
You can only shoot at the infantry. Because of your angle of fire, I think you've only got a shot at the infantry.
Oh, you're absolutely right. He's out of arc.
And yep.
All right, that's cool. All right, so this is at 23rd Tennessee. It's 3 hexes away. What are they shooting with? Army rifles, so that's a 0. So it's a straight up 7 factors.
Am I in terrain? Yeah, hold on. Yes, I'm in woods.
Okay, so if you're in woods, then it's then it's a -2. So that's a 4. That's a little D.
They're fine.
All right. That is the end of that. And one last thing I want to do is just put Davis here. All right, that's it for them.
Okay.
So it's, I think, your chit draw.
I think you could be right. It's more Union. It's Palmer.
Palmer. All right, let's see what we can do with Mr. Palmer here. He's under advance orders. Let's move the infantry first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those little buildings are basically decoration.
Yeah.
Hold on a second here. I need to keep the brigades together. Yeah, that's actually totally legit. Let's move this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Move this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That totally works. Let's see here. Oh, I messed the stack up. Damn it. Two, 1, 2. There we go. All right, Palmer's done.
All right, I think it's your draw.
It is. March. I don't have anyone under March.
All right. Breckenridge again.
There are elements of all three Union wings on the map now, by the way.
go. Yep. I'm doing all right. Thought I'd confused two divisions, but I hadn't. Got to get in real. I had to get in real close to confirm it.
Not terribly hard to do. I personally, I think I may have even mentioned this in every single time we have streamed this series. There is talk. I won't even say rumor. I don't even know that it's a rumor at this point. It's talk that GMT would like to reprint the first 3 volumes in the series in one massive Super Mondo set, which I would love to see because I cannot find the damn Chickamauga game. It very seldom even shows up on eBay.
Right.
And it's a good opportunity to revisit. So 3 Days of Gettysburg is is the first game that GMT did in the series, and it's got some issues that I would like to see revisited. For example, it does not include ammo markers. Their counters for ammo aren't in the counter mix. That's intensely irritating. Right. You have to scrub them from another game in the series. Now, the way I keep my markers, it's not a huge deal, but it's irritating. I'd like to see those older games in the series brought up to the current standard. And more than anything else, I'd like to get the Chickamauga game because it's a fascinating battle, and I'd like to be able to play it in this series. But it is simply not findable for anything less than a stupid price, even when it does show up on eBay, which is not very often.
I am done with Breckenridge, so let me... I believe you're next.
I think so. Let's see. Breckenridge.
Breckenridge is not activating.
All right.
So this is how... I have a method to my madness.
Okay,
now.
you keep track of it yourself. I'm keeping track of it myself. It's all good. Cleburne.
Cleburne is not activating again.
Okay.
Over my turn, right?
What's my draw? Okay. Fry. Where's Fry at? All right, so
where is Fry? Off map?
No, Fry's dead center.
Oh, all right.
So the real question here's a good question here. Do I want to advance a couple of hexes to be able to take shots with my artillery? Because right now, if we're saying that you can shoot at me but I can't shoot at you, then I have no incentive to not do that.
Correct.
So and he's under advance orders, so we'll move him here. Here.
Yeah, it's like the one place you didn't want to be, given that
pretty much
feature is like on the lip.
Yeah. Fry's another one of these guys that has a small cavalry detachment with him. He'll stay here. That's fine. I believe that is okay. So I think it's your pull.
Put that.
Cleburne.
He's not doing anything. Go ahead and pull.
Palmer. All right, that works.
Well, one of the things I'll say about the Confederates in this is, Hardy's core with some of those division leaders is very good. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So Hardy's going to give somebody a +1 and then 2 of his division commanders are a +1 and 1 is a 0. So you know what I mean? It means he's always going to be able to dole out that +1 to somebody.
Yeah.
And so it turns into every division always having a +1. Funny thing is, after this battle, but before Chickamauga, he requests a transfer. Wonder why.
Well, he's under Bragg.
Right.
So
he's like,
who doesn't want to transfer if they're working for Bragg? Really?
Right. He's like, I can't do this anymore. Then yeah.
I cannot work with these people. I gotta believe this guy.
Hardy knew what he was doing too. He'd written the tactical manual for the Union Army. You know what I mean? What everybody was using was his production. I would not put your artillery there. So you're going to have, like, I know you... so it looks like you're going to have a great shot, but you've got that intervening hill thing happening, where if there's low terrain between both of us, where you're sitting, and there's high...
That's a good point. Yeah, you're right about that. Well, nothing says he's got to stay there. That is actually the limit of his movement. Is that
yeah,
hex.
I got you. Yeah.
So
okay.
So it's fine for now, but that he's not going to live there. Hold on now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Because next turn the visibility is going to go down to like just 2 hexes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to be night. So any marching or whatever you wanted to do, you'll be able to do.
Yeah, it's going to largely be just repositioning.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, thanks for the compliment, Harold. It's a little easier to keep your line straight when you don't have cards constantly telling you what to do, moving from box to box or point to point. Let's see here.
I have one more brigade to move here. Make sure I don't move the artillery into the woods.
Great to see, Harold.
Thanks for
Good
stopping
to have you
by,
on board,
Harold.
Yeah. I always give him crap about card. I like my cards in the passenger seat. All right.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't like them driving. Okay, so... You done? You good?
I am now done, yes.
All right. Let us. I believe it is probably. I think it's your draw. I keep drawing the Union.
Fry again. Fry. This is Fry's second. This is Fry's second. He's gonna take a couple shots. Right. Well, I see I mismanaged that.
You moved the infantry up, but you didn't move the artillery into places where they could shoot.
Which was the entire point of the exercise.
I can't help you. I can't help you from
Nope.
your I can't save you from yourself.
I screwed that up. That's me. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 5 hexes. Actually, army rifles can take shots at 5 hexes. It's a -2.
And I've realized that. I've looked at that. I haven't at you before because I'm like, it's a pissant shot, and I don't want low ammo.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. You know, it's.
Move that.
Doesn't matter anyway. You're already moving.
The artillery can't shoot. Well, I could still shoot with individual units that didn't move.
No, you can't. It's an advance order.
Yes.
You can move or shoot.
Yeah, but that's by regiment, not by brigade.
No, that's what we've been talking about this whole time. It's by brigade.
Well, the order is, I mean, they can't have different orders, but if
Right.
what I'm saying is, let's say I move 1 unit of the 6 units in the brigade under advance orders, I can still fire with the rest of them.
No, you cannot. So a brigade, we just looked that up before we played. That's what we screwed up that we had to undo with Claiborne.
No, that guy moved and fired. That was his problem.
No, if you're under advance, if a brigade's under advance, it may either move or shoot.
All right. Well, let's roll with it like that for now, and I'll see if I can find something.
I'm going to look it up, and then hold on while you're doing that. Advance order. All right.
Okay, so look at 6.15. An activated combat unit under advance orders. Now, that's the key. An activated combat unit, so that's 1 counter, may move or fire, not both.
Oh, okay.
Now, the thing we screwed up last time was that unit that had fired and done that damage had moved and fired. And I took the penalty, but, you know, he shouldn't have been able to fire at all if he moved. And if he had moved, he wouldn't have had a shot.
Right, and artillery, if they move, can't fire unless
under advance orders. Correct. That's correct. So only under attack orders can a unit move and fire.
Right. So the reason artillery has the modifier for moving is if it's under attack order.
Yes, and they just, limbered and unlimbered in a short amount in 15 minutes, right? All right, so we're cool with this.
Yeah.
That said, they are kind of garbage shots. If there was,
and I can do return fire,
you could do return. Well, you can, but unless you have army rifles, you can't shoot back at 5 hexes. You can't. Your weapons don't have the range. Because that's the only small arm that can shoot that far. Actually, can shoot up to 7 hexes. All right, I'll tell you what. There is a shot I will take. It's going to be 9th Ohio. It's going to be 7 factors at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is Semple's battery. That's dumb. Okay, that's dumb. I'm not doing that.
Right. Because I'll return. That's what I'm saying. Because I'll return fire with artillery.
Right. So, but I could I could shoot at 45th Missouri or Mississippi.
Right.
And while you nominally return fire, they're armed with muskets, which have a max range of 3 hexes.
You're correct.
So that's the shot that I will take. So let's roll a couple of these and see what happens. Ooh, okay. So it is -2, but it's 7 factors, and the result is a 7. That's a big D.
Okay, so he's disrupted.
It's just a big D, though. And that's this guy.
Right. I just flipped him.
Oh, okay. You flipped a different guy, but that's fine. That's fine.
All right. Who
So don't
are
worry
you
about
shooting at? No, who are
it.
you shooting at?
That was the guy I was shooting at. I was then pointing at the wrong guy. All right, so we'll take another shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I am of course running the risk of getting low ammo results with this too.
Which guy? Who are you shooting with now?
Same guy I just shot at. So this is
No. Who are you shooting with now?
the guy that's highlighted, 35th Ohio.
35th Ohio.
He's in 26-25.
Okay. Did he move this turn?
He did not move this turn. None of whose brigade is that? None of Steedman's brigade moved this turn except the artillery.
Okay.
So minus. Okay, that's going to be nothing. Well, 7 factors. Minus 2 is nothing. It's nothing. All right. So I got one more of those. That's. Okay, let me make sure I got all of Steedman's guys done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. So 2nd New York, 2nd Minnesota, actually.
They can't see because they're at the lip.
You are right. They absolutely can't see a thing. All right, so that's it for Steedman's. No, it isn't. The guy under Steedman can shoot. Not the artillery. That guy moved, but the infantry unit can shoot. He's got army rifles, right? Yeah. Okay. So we'll take that shot. It's the exact same shot, minus 2. Wah, wah, wah. So that's a big nothing. All right. Try and soften that up a little bit, but that is not cooperating. All right. So the guys under Harlan, 10th Indiana, 10th Kentucky. Now this is where that weird oddity of the
only guy you can shoot is Semple's battery.
No, because remember I'm on the higher elevation, and the line is closer to me. If I was on the lower elevation and the line was closer to me, then I wouldn't have line of sight.
Which unit are you talking about?
I'm talking about the guys right here in 24-24. It's shooting at the guys in 21-27. This guy. They're all line of sighted.
At 21-27, right. So where you are, right? Yes. However, yeah. Yes, you can shoot at him. Let's see where he is. Show hide.
However,
okay.
He can shoot back at me.
Yes.
All right, that's a 5. So I am ammo depleted. And that is a D+1 for you.
He made it. I'm not going to shoot back because I don't want ammo depletion.
Okay, that's fine. You can do that. All right, that's it for Fry. There's nothing else for him to do. Not this activation, anyway. And that was his second? Yes. Yeah. I think it's your draw.
It is Negley.
Negley. I didn't think he had another chit in the cup. All right,
you were bemoaning the fact that everybody had one activation marker and, you know, the world was ending and...
These guys are not under march. I forgot to move this guy last time.
Did you mean to move a bunch of stuff into the Union eliminated box?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the stuff. That box is currently empty. That's where the incoming stuff is going.
Gotcha. Okay. Just making sure you weren't accidentally deleting, guys.
The other thing is these are huge units.
Yeah. Well, they're green.
So, no, these guys aren't. The guys in the lead are, in fact, green. Large regiments of green troops, fresh off the boat.
Right.
All right. That's all of... guess who else comes in this turn?
That would be Rosecrans.
Nope. But
Thomas.
But Thomas comes in.
I shall now draw. Oh, no, it is your
draw. When did these guys... I got these provost guys, and I'm not clear on when they activate exactly. I don't think it's now. Oh. Interesting. All right, so here's what this is. This is one regiment, this provost regiment.
Right.
As near as I could tell, they activate with Rousseau. Okay, even though they're some like semi-independent, but I didn't put a chit for Rousseau in the cup, and they're not going to do anything except follow the line up here anyway. So I'm just going to put them on.
Okay.
And then that'll be that unit's only activation.
Okay. Is that it?
That's it. Yep.
All right. Your draw.
Cheatham.
Cheatham's under march. My draw.
Cleburne.
Is not going again. Oh, no, that gets deleted anyway. I
was just going to say... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's an extra chit. You can't have 5 chits.
Right.
I'm like,
remember
wait a minute.
Remember where I said, all right, I'm putting them under initiative, but I'm not going to pull it out.
Okay,
so
that's
I'm
fine.
just going to create one. Yeah. So here we go. I'll do it again. Withers. All right. This is Withers' second activation.
Blue Tweezers, I did decide to still contest that ford because even if I can't make a major crossing there with a huge force, I can absolutely contest that flank. There's quite a bit of weight coming that way. Even though it's kind of looking like the left wing is going to end up being the right wing, and the right wing is going to end up being the left wing, but, there's not much to be done about that.
There are 2 units. Gary, move that around for me. Are there 2 units there or just one?
I see just one.
Okay, all right.
Where Waters' battery is?
Yeah.
I just see one. there's a unit I forgot to move again. It's not over here. It's that artillery. It's Davis's Davis's artillery batteries.
Damn it! Where's the damn brigade leader? Two TP. Well, 2 TP. There. No, there he is. Never mind. Found him. All right. Withers is done.
All right. I think it's my draw. Davis. All right.
Davis only has 1 chit.
Yeah, I mean, magically additional chits appeared apparently. All right, so this guy's going to go 1, 2.
Now remember, you'll get
2,
fatigue if you do this.
6.
This is Davis's 3rd activation.
Well, I don't have to activate every brigade.
Right.
So, for example, Woodruff's brigade is not activating. They're all back into wood. All right, hold on a second. Woodruff's brigade is activating. They're going to do a rally action. So the first one we're going to roll for is whatever Woodruff is under here.
He's under attack. Right.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean he's under that unit. We're going to roll for that unit to try to undisrupt him. And I do subtract 1 from the roll.
Well, my question is, to do the rally action, you have to change your orders, right? From attack?
No, that's an action, not an order.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
All right, so -1. Let's see what happens. He makes it. Okay, cool. So now this will fatigue. I gotta find him. This will fatigue. Yeah, but he's still okay. He has taken no fatigue. And then this guy will flip. All right, next guy over that's disrupted will try to rally. He does not make it. So nothing happens.
And no fatigue? No fatigue?
And no, the whole brigade's fatigued.
Right, gotcha. Right.
So,
right,
but
right.
they're still at okay fatigue, so they're not even at 0. So I can afford that, and in fact, all of Davis's guys can afford that at this point. So let me get this guy back in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can I get that in this hex? I totally can. This guy, this will not be able. So this artillery unit will not be able to fire because Post, who's going now, is under attack orders. Is under advance orders.
Got it.
All right. So, but the guys under Davis can attack. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to shoot at Darden's battery. They are using Army rifles. That is a -1 at 4 hexes. and it's 7 factors, and you're in the open. Wow. Okay. That's nothing. The guys under post, the infantry under post, so we're clear, can shoot at 23rd Tennessee, which I think is in the woods. They are in the woods. They're at 3 hexes with Army rifles, so that's a 0, but -2 for the woods. Okay.
That's a -1.
Okay, so that's that. I do have this artillery.
What was that net roll?
The net roll there would have been -1.
Okay.
Because it was -2. The only modifier was the -2 for the woods. All right, the 8th Wisconsin Battery will shoot at... Shoot at 44th Tennessee, I think. This guy. That's going to be 3 hexes with Parrot 10s.
44th Tennessee?
The unit I got highlighted.
This guy?
No, the guy directly south of him.
Directly... you can't see him, right?
Do you think that the artillery unit blocks line of sight?
It could.
I don't believe it does.
I don't know. I'm asking the question.
I don't believe it does. Let's check it, but I don't believe it does. All right. The following may block line of sight, and woods, towns, elevations, and that's it. So you don't block line of sight. Now there's a thing that if it's a friendly unit that's adjacent, but this is not a friendly unit.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
we're just cranking the guns up by 5 degrees. All
so
right.
that's
3
hexes.
3 hexes with Parrot 10s is +1 on the small arms table.
I am in no special terrain.
That's a total of 6, and it is 4 factors. That is a little d +1.
He's fine.
Okay. All right. We're going to take a shot with Carlin's infantry. We'll take a 3-hex shot at Darden's battery. This is going to be 7 factors. 3 hexes with Army rifles is a 0. It's a straight up shot. 4. That's a little d.
He's fine.
Okay. And the last shot I have is... hold on. Let me make sure I'm fatigued these guys. All right, the last shot I have is the 2nd Minnesota Battery, which will open up on the unit under Johnson, the unit that the stack that Johnson is in. It's 3 hexes with 6-pound smooth bores. That's a +1. That's it.
That's a 1.
It's a D -2.
He's fine.
That's amazing, man. That's just amazing. All right, go ahead. Let's go. That's it for Davis.
All right, so here we go. Oh, there's a 4th Davis. There's only one Davis.
I got it mixed up with somebody else.
You sound so whiny now. You understand that.
I admitted to the whining already multiple times, so I realize that. I just said, I better shut up now. All right, so posts... Real question is, I can save Woodruff from activating here, but if I want to shoot that 8th Wisconsin Battery, then I can't. Then I have to fatigue the whole brigade. I think I'm going to not fatigue Woodruff, so Woodruff does not activate. Post activates. The unit under Davis takes the same shot that it shot before. 1, 2, 3, 4 at Darden's battery. That's a -1. 7 factors at -1. There's no modifier for this, right? No. So that's a 4. 7 factors. That's a little d.
He makes it.
Okay. All right. The guy's under... Oh, I could shoot with this artillery now. Let's do that. Okay, so this artillery is going to shoot at the 23rd Tennessee. Is that in the woods? That is in the woods.
Which artillery are you talking about?
This is the one under post.
Okay, so then the one under post. Remember, whoever's on top of the stack is the only people who can fire.
Yes.
Right, okay.
I just forgot there was artillery in that stack. So the artillery will shoot. That's 6 factors at 12-pound howitzers at 3 hexes is +2, but you're in the woods, so that cancels out. Okay, so next is let's fatigue him.
But he's low ammo now.
Yeah, you're right. He is low ammo now.
And now their fatigue is up 1.
Get the fatigue. Okay. All right, I'll fatigue Carlin as well. Damn it, hit the wrong thing. All right, so 15th Wisconsin will take a 2-hex shot, Army rifles, at 17th Tennessee. 2 hexes with Army rifles is a +1. They are in the open. That's a 4. That's a little d.
They are not fine.
Okay, they're going to lose a strength point. They're already disorganized. They're going to lose a strength point, retreat 1 to 2 hexes. And Johnson makes a check to see if he gets killed.
There's Johnson.
All right, now I got to figure out how that roll happens because we haven't done that yet. So when that triggers is when the unit if a unit in the hex takes a strength point loss.
Right. I'm pretty sure a 5 is fine.
I am pretty sure you're right. I think he only dies on a 9. But I am doing that from memory.
Just because they would never make the number be 5.
Well, maybe not, but the 5s and 10s are weird.
Right.
Okay. The later stack of the combat unit suffers 1 or more step losses as a result of either fire or shock. If the roll is... So I'm wrong. The roll is a 0. That is the roll that kills him.
Got it. Okay.
All right, cool. So we've ironed that out now. All right, so and now I don't have a shot with the other one. I can shoot it. I might as well take the shot, right? Since I fatigued the battery. So 2nd Minnesota will shoot at Darden's battery. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4 hex shot with smoothbore. That's a 0. And that's it. It's 4 hexes, so it's not on the small arms table. So it's just a 3. And it's 6 factors. That's a D -1.
He's fine.
Okay. It's an amazing string of low rolls. That's it for Davis.
All right.
Again.
So there you go. With your so you had 4 4 chits. Yep, go ahead.
It would have been hilarious if this had been Davis, huh? All right, this is wood. I think wood's gone once. Is that an accurate statement?
Did you flip it? I can't see it. Can't see it.
It's flipped.
Oh, there's another one.
Okay, that's weird. The one I draw was
okay.
wood. Sorry. Maybe
Yeah,
unless we both
okay.
tried to draw. Wood hasn't gone yet. Oh, okay, wood. Right. All right. I had him mixed up with Fry. Okay, so
Yeah, wood's not in a good position.
no. Well, he's not, but that's not even the problem, really. Go 1, 2, 3. Put this back here. Honestly, I would consider retreating that entire brigade back down the road, but the road's completely plugged. So, now let me do that again. Let's do it this way.
Let's see. Black Swan. Yeah, this Black Swan game is like like everything I would never want to play in a war game.
The Black Swan game.
It's something.
Is that
Kev's trying to get that Kickstarter up. Like, there's zero chance I would ever.
I have so I will say this as from the standpoint of never having played or looked at Evento Nuovo game. Off the top of my head, I'm not tremendously interested in anything that they're doing.
Right.
That doesn't mean they're bad. That just means I'm not tremendously interested in anything that they're doing.
Right. For me, they're like nuts. You know, I have zero interest in what. I ain't picking up what they're putting down. You know.
Yeah, they're relatively well regarded. I know Kev likes them, and
Right.
I'm not saying they're bad. It's just I don't. There's nothing that's drawn my interest to them. I also won't say that couldn't possibly change. It could, but as of right now, I don't really know enough about them to have any kind of opinion one way or the other.
It's like I said, what they're doing, I'm not picking up what they're putting down. That's me. Especially for like 99 euros. That's
which is a decent amount of change. So,
well, that's all that plastic costs money.
I think they're wooden blocks, aren't they?
Well, the wood would be even more expensive. Right.
Maybe, I don't know. So, all right. So that's it for wood, and that was his first. So put him away.
Here comes the next one. Flip.
Breckenridge.
He's not going again. Go ahead and draw.
Cheatham.
Cheatham is on march orders.
Confederate march.
All right, here we go. I think we're actually going to be able to finish up this turn.
Well, there's only one more chit, and I think it's wood. It is wood, and if it is, then he is going to go. But all he's doing is extracting himself from a pretty crap ass situation, so it won't take long for him to go. So that would be actually great timing then.
Being very lazy with the cavalry. Just knowing they're under march. In terms of facing. Alright, and now we've got you guys. And here we go. One activation. We shall do 2 activations. Cheatham boogied. The Cheatham boogie. I'm almost done. This will be my quickest march order of the game because I don't have that many people under march anymore. All right.
And then I will tell you about the additional cock-up that I have just identified.
What did you do?
It's very small. There's only one activation marker left in the pool. It's wood. It's supposed to be Van Cleave.
Oh, so you gave wood extra activations on top of everything else.
I put the wrong shit in the pile, is what it was. Wood has only gone once, so.
What? No, yeah, I'm talking about Davis.
McCook pulled the 4 efficiency.
Right.
And even though McCook gives -1 to everybody, Davis gives a +1, so that negates that. To himself,
all right, so
himself.
I am done with the Confederate march order.
And this won't take too long either. So our last one is, put that there, our last one is Van Cleave. Let's see how this is going to work. So,
Yeah, we're just not into the same stuff, man. A lot of the stuff Kev's into, I'm just not into. So I'm not into like blocky area, like that kind of stuff. And then he's real big on, as you know, the fill the gap, and that ain't me, babe.
He's also into Sonny and Cher, I hear.
Har
har har.
Sonny and Cher better than Sonny and Dwayne. I'm sorry, Sonny and Greg. Oof.
So that's gonna have to be a spin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My own interest in the whole hypothetical Third World War conflict is not super duper high, but it's not non-existent either.
For me, it's just simple. In most things, I don't like playing, well, the war that didn't happen. I'm far more interested in conflicts that did occur. So, and then there's a piece of me like, where I'm like, yeah, so it's for full the gap people who, you know, really, there are all these fascinating conflicts during the period that I would play, like the South Africans and the Cubans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the 70s, but those games don't get made because people keep going back, in my opinion, to old SPI or whatever, games and reimagine them,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get people like, I played that when I was 20, and it's conventional war fantasy land in the late 20th century, where there's plenty of fascinating conflicts of varying conventional variety that just don't get covered, that are really fascinating. But hey,
Well, I mean, that's indisputable. But designers have to make games that they're interested in, right?
That's true. That's true. But I can then purchase stuff that...
And there's more people that... Which is not to say that I wouldn't like to see more games about the War of Jenkins' Ear, right? Yeah, as far as I know, there's only one. There might be more than one, but I'm only aware of the one that was an S&T. But...
I give out the Jenkins Ear Prize someplace at once a year. That's what I call it, named after that.
That's actually a great prize idea. Game on the most interesting, hitherto uncovered content.
But seriously, yeah, there's some really, and all the records are available now. But there's some fascinating stuff like post Korea. It just doesn't get done.
All right.
And I'm excluding the Arab-Israeli War.
That's the end of... There's a lot of games on the Arab-Israeli War, though.
Right.
I have no interest in that whatsoever. I'm not saying it's not interesting. I'm not saying the games aren't good. I'm saying... And I'm not saying that if I played an Arab-Israeli war game, I wouldn't become absolutely fascinated by the topic and want tons more. Because I've had that happen, right? That happened with the U.S. Civil War. But
for me, it's the opposite. I never really had much of an interest. I played quite a few, and nothing's been done to build it. So we're done.
Just the only thing that we have to do is move commanders, and nothing else actually happens.
Let me do mine first.
And I moved Crittenden already.
Let's see here. Just make sure everybody's in command. What? Oh, you know what? I don't think I ever got a McCown activation.
I didn't see you draw any McCowns, actually.
You're right.
Uh-oh.
Did I leave them? Yes, I did. I have 3 McCown activations.
Oh, dear.
That I'm going to do 2 of. Yep. Sorry about that.
Where's McCown at?
I forgot to let me put them in the cup. I forgot to put them in the cup. Like, I grabbed everything, stacked it up neatly, and left McCown on the OOV.
Yeah, I just wish there was like a little space to keep your like a prep card of some kind So you could keep all this stuff organized. So if you had all these variable reinforcements, for example, that's why I was using the eliminated units box, because I didn't want to lose track of the stuff I knew was coming in.
Right. So let's see here. McCown is going to go. I want the yellows there.
All right. I figure he's probably not doing any attacks. So
No. He's marked for attacks, but he's not doing any. And
I will tell you, I might have told you, Pat, but I haven't made a general announcement. I did order the third printing of 1985 Under an Iron Sky.
oh. Yeah, that's what I think of when I think of, yeah, I'm not getting that. Let's see here.
Well, in addition, it's a $200 game, so now it's humongous, so there's that, but
Right. Two activations. I get to dress them because I'm not really moving them into combat. I consider this to be the last shit. So when are you gonna move those guys? There. And Jackson. Look at the OB real quick. Yeah, 3 brigades. That's it. All she wrote. That is it for McCown.
okay. All right, so that's the turn. So move Bragg if you want to move Bragg.
Yeah,
Well, he might be fine, but I don't know.
It's more about moving Hardy and Polk. Yeah, I'm good on the Hardy, Polk, and the what's his name action. I'm good.
Okay.
Yep.
That's good. What's Bragg's range? 9? Okay. Hardy's is 12.
Yeah, Hardy's.
I mean, the range depends. The range that you get depends on the range of... Depends on the level of command you're talking about, and it's not necessarily that higher level commanders get more range, so...
Right. Save game. As we are we at the start of 5 or the start of 6?
This will be the start of turn 5. So I'm going to move the turn up. Reminder that this coming turn, which we will do next week...
I think it's the start of 6, man. We're starting the 1700 turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're right. It is in fact turn 6. Start turn 6. So let's do the save.
Turn 6. 1600. 29 start. This is where it gets interesting. So the visibility is going to go down.
Yes. So firing, especially at the ranges that we're mostly at here, is going to be not good.
Right. In the evening, this becomes like the environment is encouraging you to chill out and start. You know what I mean? Like maintain your position and start resting.
Yeah. Well, remember, to remove fatigue, you have to put the brigade in reserve. So you actually have to pull them out and keep them out for like a whole turn. So, which I may end up doing at some point. But nobody's taken enough fatigue to be damaged by it at this point.
Right. I agree.
But I definitely have some maneuvering that needs to be done at night. So, all right, cool. So I think we're done for the day. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by. Remember, we'll be back. So the schedule this week is to resume this next Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. On Monday, we're doing a hot, dry season. That's tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we will be having a bash at Imperial Struggle. So tune in for all of that stuff. Thanks again for stopping by.
Good night, everybody.